All right, the session is opened. All right. Today, what I wanted to do was to, excuse me. Today, what I wanted to start with is the shop. Let's get the shop out of the way because it's all stuff that's happened in the past, and this is stuff that everyone has access to. Um, so, with these inventories, different than Avernus, although some of the shops in Avernus had inventories, these inventories have quantity counts, so they can sell out. So there is somewhat of a competition for items that multiple people might want, if that's even the case. But let's buy things first.
Do you want me to go ahead and say what I sent you?
No, because your list is kind of long. So
Yeah.
let's have other people, and then you just keep an eye out for it matching on y'all's list, and then really the discussion's up to y'all how you want to deal with it as a party. And then I'm just here to mediate, call rules, etc. So, Bogey, was there anything on the lists that you wanted to buy? And reminder, Afe the Tinker, Lily in the Veil, and Downtime Trades are all available.
No, not really. I kind of have everything I want for now.
Okay, cool. DJ.
Yo no tengo dinero. No, I'm gonna save my money.
Okay, yeah. I heard dinero.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of money. I'm just gonna save it.
Okay.
Isn't that a song? No tengo dinero.
Is it by
I'm sure it is. What was that?
Is it by Bad Bunny?
I really don't know. I think it's a 90s songs in Spanish.
Oh, it's not by Bad Bunny. Sorry. Bad Bunny is like the only Spanish artist I listen to. Okay. Dawn. Was there anything that tickled your fancy?
Yeah, but I'm gonna just save the money for now.
Okay. And Sierra.
No, I'm okay.
Okay, Alex. Yeah.
I guess I get all my stuff.
Count your things. Set your can you do the basic math so I don't have to go through the list?
Just like remove my stuff off the list.
Just remove your stuff off the list. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Sierra wasn't here for all of the last two times, I think. One time, I draw a blank, but we'll just recap from New Grapevine. So everyone was in New Grapevine except for DJ. DJ's character. Sorry, let me start using character names. Sylvanas. Sylvanas ended up joining the party since he was part of, or he came with a Bear King entourage, and the Bear King entourage gave y'all a quest to investigate some missing bear. Werebear patrol that had gone missing, investigating a mysterious light that rose into the sky in the forest bordering the Bear King forest and New Grapevine's territory. But that same very night, another mysterious light in the fairy forest appeared, which y'all ended up investigating. The investigation led to what appeared to be some cultists, or a cultist, and a lot of undead and some Fomorians. So instead of meeting with the Bear King entourage at the crossroads, which had been agreed upon before you left, y'all decided to instead visit Lily in the Vale, which is a town to the north and east of the Fairy Forest. You arrived there. There is an atheistic church there, as well as just a few other stores like an armorsmith and or a blacksmith and a general store, a potion store, and an inn. But there was also a wizard's tower. The wizard's tower had a few obstacles to overcome, which y'all are still going through, and that's kind of where we're at right now. You opened the door at the end of the last room, and the door opened up to a long, narrow hallway, which is unlike the previous rooms that were all circular. This is just a long, narrow hallway. And the hallway is lined with bookshelves filled with books. Appears to be like a library hallway type thing.
Is there anybody in the room?
There is nobody in the room.
Okay. What kind of books are there?
Okay, so the red lines right there are where the bookshelves basically start. So the types of books you see in the first set of bookshelves seem to be encyclopedias, or things that are similar to encyclopedias, just books of random knowledge. You can make if you want to look at the books further, you can make a perception check or an investigation.
No, I just want to kind of get an idea of if it's just like an entire library, or if it's just general. I mean, specific things.
Hey,
Gotcha.
Chuckles, just wait a second. Maybe I should just send my echo forward before you move around. I mean, you can make the investigation checks, but just in case for traps, I don't think they're out there.
Chuckles, are you that far forward?
Yeah. Hold up 1 second.
Okay. When you're done looking up whatever you're looking up, make it.
My magical weapon warns me of danger. So if there is danger, I would know.
Then you wouldn't step that far forward.
Okay.
I thought it was just creatures, but
It just says your magic. This magic weapon warns you of danger. So.
There is danger.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll roll to find a trap, or if there's anything. Is there any rollers? Oh, there's one over here.
Where did they go? Here we go.
All my dice is going to go into the void. Should I re-roll? I don't know.
That is a 14.
No, 14's fine.
Okay. My die fell in the void. My total for it's investigation.
Investigating for traps.
15.
You do not see any traps.
Okay. I will tell the party that there is something ahead.
I'm gonna send my echo forward. I can send them 30 feet ahead.
So as you send him 10 feet ahead, you see and he's not transparent or anything. He's actually like a physical form. You see these. Well, that was a question, but I think I know the answer. So
Yeah, I'm confirming in my silence.
Okay. All right. So as he goes about 10 feet ahead, for right here, he needs to make a dex save as books begin to fly off the shelf. Heavy books begin to fly off the shelf and pelt him.
Oh wow, 3.
All right. He takes, as one book hits him, he takes 2 damage, bludgeoning.
He's gone. Well, there we have it. So, if no one's gonna do anything Anyone?
I'll move to how far? Like, where's the last bookshelf that threw books out?
They go all the way to the very end, and there's a door.
But they were throwing books all the way down.
No, they're throwing from the side. So it's yeah. So the books are.
But I'm saying, like, are all of these bookshelves throwing books?
You only know of this one right here throwing books because it threw books at him, and it was one book got thrown at him and hit him.
Okay. Does anybody have like detect magic or something?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay. Do you cast it as a spell or as a ritual?
Ritual.
All right. 10 minutes passes, and you detect that all of these bookshelves beyond this point are magical. And I could give you an aura, but we'll just say that it is evocation magic.
So from here, I'm going to, if it's okay, I'm just gonna make my echo appear 30 feet in front of me.
Okay. It needs to make a dex save.
Can I send a rat? Well, rats, do they have night vision?
What's that?
Do rats have night vision?
Let me see. Yes, they have dark vision, up to 30 feet.
All right, I'll send it with the holographic guy.
7.
7 fails.
Yeah, he has 1 HP.
Okay, yeah.
Chuckles is fed up, and he's just going to dash to the end of the hallway.
Okay, for every square you need to make a dex save.
Every square? Well, if he's just getting okay, let's say the second time he gets pelted, he's going to stop.
Okay. All right, dex save. Two dex saves.
14.
Okay. You successfully dodge.
11.
You do not successfully dodge and take
Okay.
4 bludgeoning damage.
How far did I make it with that one hit?
You made it. I placed your character there. You made it 2 spaces
Oh.
up from where they start throwing.
That's it. I don't know if it was like each bookshelf.
No.
Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna go until I get pelted twice. So we'll keep rolling, I guess. 24.
Pass.
$14.
Pass.
Yeah, it's 26.
Pass.
I'm a bard, man. 26.
All right.
25.
What the hell, dude? This is not.
I'm a bard. 21.
All right.
All right, that might fail. 12.
That does fail.
Okay. How many more shells are there?
You're 3 saves away.
So it's
from the
3
door.
saves.
Let
Okay.
me take 4 bludgeoning
4?
damage. On that.
Does levitation eliminates the fact hitting $5?
Levitation just rises you in place, so you wouldn't
Okay.
be able to like fly forward.
I'm going to inspire myself, and I'm going to keep going because
You're on a roll.
I don't
Okay.
know this wizard stuff. Yeah. 17.
Okay, that's a pass.
20. Okay, then one more.
One more.
Yeah, it's 25.
All right, you've made it to the end. Let's do the other players how they want to do this. Ametrine, you mentioned something about your rat.
Oh, I thought they were stopping once I got through them.
No, we're all fucked.
I thought they stopped. Is there anything at the end of the hallway that I can see, like to turn this thing off?
You can do not search. I'm getting my additions mixed up. A perception.
Okay, not like investigation or anything.
This is like a general search for like
Okay.
whatever switch.
I want to add my inspiration on top of it. Oh, perception is okay. Yeah, 21. I forgot. For some reason, I thought perception was one of the core skills. I don't know why.
Got you on the So okay, on this shelf, the very last shelf and the smallest shelf, you see on the bottom row, you see an empty like where a book should be.
Oh no. Can I? Oh gosh. Can I grab just a random book and try to put it in that spot?
Yeah, if you'd like.
All right, I'll do that.
So as you do that, nothing happens.
Great.
Can I detect magic as a ritual?
Yes.
You're pretty far away.
If I like use my instrument to tell them something, can they see it through the books?
Yes. The books
Okay.
aren't flying constantly. They're only flying as you step forward.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll tell them that there's a spot for a book.
Okay. And Bogey, as you...
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, let me finish the detect magic. So as you detect magic, just as Ametrine, from this second red mark right here, and forward, you detect magic on all the bookshelves.
Is it possible to send my rat into the bookshelves to find the right book?
I mean, how would you like to do it?
I guess. What are we looking for? Is it a particular book that would put into the slot that's missing?
Yeah. So, actually, I think what was your perception check again, Paperclips?
I think it was like 21. Let me. It was 16 plus 5. No, wait, not 5. Yeah, plus 5. It's 21.
21. Okay. Yeah. So, with that perception check, you notice that it says a history of history, volume 1 on one side, and a history of history, volume 3 on the other side.
Of what? The missing
blank
spot?
book. Yeah. Of the missing spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do a perception check from here. See if I find the history of history, volume 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And
figured.
from this spot right here, where you're at.
Plus 3, 14.
14. You do not see it. You don't seem to find anything with that.
Okay, I'm putting my echo right here. I'm gonna do a dodge check, I guess, for the books. That's 15.
Passes.
Perception check.
Perception
For history of
check.
history, volume 2.
Right.
Fuck. 10.
Yeah. So he actually does see it.
Where is it? Okay, I want to grab this book right here, and then...
Just yeet it. Just yeet it.
But did he run through or teleport through?
No, oh shit, I can't do that.
Yeah. Just throw it at me.
I can't. Can I do that? Can I throw the book at him?
Yeah, I don't know why this couldn't throw a book. Because
Throw
it
the
uses
book.
your weapon, right? So there's some thrown weapons.
Oh, that's funny. I'm literally gonna throw the book at you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we need to do is just make sure that he throws it that far. What is his strength modifier?
2.
Okay. So Yeah, so you would basically need to roll a 1 to fail that. So yes, you can throw it that far to him.
All right. If he throws it to me, I'll put it on the shelf.
Okay, and you put it on the shelf.
Okay. I throw it at him. That was 20.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that passes. It's there. It's on the shelf. Now, what would y'all like to do?
I'm going to move up a little bit to test it out.
Okay, nothing happens.
All right, dope. All right, come on, boys. I'm Bard.
Ambard. Okay, cool. So yes, y'all successfully get to the end of the hallway. Is there anything else you'd like to do in this room while you're here?
I want to look for some cookbooks.
Magic books, scroll books.
Yeah, are the books still like, or is everything still glowing, magical?
It is. How to put it? It's not. But the one book over here that he placed in is glowing magical. So you would kind of get. You're an arcane spellcaster.
Mhm.
Okay, so you would just automatically know that it seems like the magic here transferred from all the other books to that one book. So that's like a trigger for a glyph or something.
Dun dun dun.
All right. Any book. So let's. Who wants specific types of books?
Me.
Okay, you want cookbooks?
Yes.
There are cool cookbooks. There are volumes of cookbooks here.
I will yank them all.
Okay, there's like 500 pounds worth of.
Oh. I will not yank them all. I'll take the ones that I think I could make now or in the future.
We got a fair bit of room because we got a bag of holding.
But 500 pounds of books is a lot. I don't know if a bag of holding could even do that much.
So there's basically like 3 categories of cookbooks in this hallway. There is cookbooks of the material plane, cookbooks of the Feywild, and then cookbooks of other planes and beyond.
I'll take the 3 biggest out of each category.
Okay. Yeah. Then write down you have 3 of each of those 3 categories, and I'll go
Okay.
over what that means later. But yeah, there are books of pretty much every topic that you can imagine in this hallway here.
I'm gonna look at a book about training or fighting with great swords or anything of that nature. Melee combat.
Melee combat? Okay, yeah, there is. So there are books on technique. So and there's books for every type of weapon. If you want a great sword, those are easy to find. Just the great sword editions of those tactical books, etc.
Yeah, I'll grab one of those.
Okay, just put that you have a book of great sword fighting.
Can I do an Arcana check on the book that's on the magic to see if I know exactly what the hell it is?
Like exactly what spell it is?
Yeah, basically, or exactly how it works.
Okay. Yeah, Dick. All right, so yeah, go ahead. So you need to make a
Why do you want to peek behind the curtain?
yeah, it's all good.
Because I can.
I'd be flattered. He wants a lesson in DMing.
That's a 19.
19. Okay. Okay, that'll give everything up to 9th level spells. All right, let me pull this up. I need to pull up Detect Magic as well. Do you have it up?
Yep. Detect Magic says, for the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature, object, and area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
Okay. So there's two schools of magic at play. One's enchantment and one is evocation. Now you've looked. So the spell can penetrate most barriers, but it blocks. Okay. So that's it. You just learned the school of magic. Okay. I'm going to go a little further into that. So basically, that one book is enchanted, and I don't have the exact enchantment up right now. But the way it works is all of these get trapped with an evocation spell, and that one enchantment is the trigger. So if that enchantment book is put into the place of where it is right now, then it turns off the enchantments for the evocation. It's like a switch, basically, a magical switch. If you remove the enchantment from that book, or you remove the book from its location, the evocation automatically comes back. So it's it's a globe of something. Hold on, or circle. It's a magic circle of something.
Hey, Ametrine. Maybe there's something here that might interest you. Um,
Yeah, just waiting for you, everyone to order what they need.
Are you looking for a specific book? So that's pretty much as far as it can go. I can give you details later, Bogey. Are you trying to mimic this type of trap?
Uh, I just want to know if I, would be able to kind of deduce, like, how it's made type deal.
Gotcha. It's basically 2 spell slots is all you need, and a bunch of X item. In this case, books.
Hmm. So I could do this with that.
Yeah, one's a 3rd level spell, and I think the other one was 5th. I can't find my note on it, but they're so they're somewhat low. You can do it. I don't think you can do it this high though, because this is an archmage wizard thing.
Mhm.
Okay, and so Ametrine.
Divination books with spells or any kind of close enough.
Yes,
spells?
I'm going to send you a link via PM. You find a book called Dathio's Divination Diary.
Okay.
Actually, instead of a PM, I posted the link there in Wild Convergence.
Okay.
You find a spell book that belonged to a wizard named Dathio.
Sounds Italian.
It's a pretty good spell book.
yeah, man, you got like 20 spells here at least.
That is
Shit, just blur and blink alone. Nice.
All right, Dawn, did you want to look for anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Also, can I find any books about explosives, or anything to do with metalworking or like stoneworking?
Stoneworking, masonry. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find a masonry. Yeah, there is a masonry book. There is a blacksmithing book, and there is there's only one book on explosives, and it looks to be in somewhat poor condition, but it is there. So you can claim 3 of those books.
Oh, is there a book based on making magical items?
A book based on making magical items. Yeah, there is. There is actually a. There's like so. Actually, you don't see a book named for magical items. You see a place where a book for magical items could be, and that's actually towards the beginning of the hallway. But it appears to be missing.
Oh,
I just gotta try my hand one more time. Can I want to look for a book on the same shelf about defensive fighting.
Defensive fighting. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be in the same section. So you're good.
I'm just gonna grab that.
Cool.
is there any whereabouts of where that book is missing?
You could roll an investigation.
$24.
24. It looks like someone removed the book by hand. So there's like a slide, like I guess in the dust or whatever. You can kind of see where the book was slid off the shelf.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so if that's everything book-wise that y'all want to look for, let me pull up the next room as you open. Are you doing anything before you open this door? And who's opening the door?
I mean, I guess I'll open the door since I led the charge.
Okay.
And I'm the tank, of course.
Yes, sir.
Door is made of magic. I'm not touching that.
Oh yeah, that's some wizard stuff. I don't know how to do that. Don't worry, boys. This whip of warning has got me covered.
Okay, so I put you in an order. You can change that order if you like.
Whoa, where are we?
Okay, so as you open the door and walk in, and y'all can change your marching order. I just randomly put you there with the person who said they opened the door in the front. The you walk into a circular room. It's all white. The floors are white, ceilings are white, walls are white, and in the center there are three. They're about 3 foot tall walls, which are these 3 lines right here. And on the far side, you see what appears to be a large suit of armor. And as you all enter, and the last one comes in, the door behind you shuts, and the suit of armor becomes animated. Roll for initiative.
Does anybody know to spell magic?
Do you have dispel magic?
I said, does anybody know it?
Nope.
I have something to interrupt. Spell magic. Can I use that?
Well, a spell wasn't cast, so you can't counterspell it.
Oh, okay.
But if you have dispel magic specifically, you potentially could.
Gotcha.
I need a mini.
Is there anything else in the room?
Other than the little walls, no.
Can I get it? Oh, never mind.
I need a clone of myself. Oh, never mind. I have one.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's a different color. Okay.
What kind of metal is this guy made of? By the looks, just looking at him.
The kind of metal he's made of, it appears to be like it could be steel,
Okay.
could be silver. It's that type of hue.
Unobtainium.
And there's nothing. It's just a pseudo armor. There's nothing like in the armor.
There's nothing in the armor. No, this appears to be some sort of animated construct.
Well, that sucks. Because I got heat metal. I won't do anything against the construct. Because it's not just a set of armor. If it was a set of armor on something, but because it's like actually a thing, it doesn't do anything.
Right. Maybe. I mean, it could.
No. But then I'm afraid you'll be like, he's on fire now, and now you take fire damage when he hits you. I'm like, oh, this is great.
All right. That's a good idea. I might have to save that for some time.
Yeah, right.
Nonetheless, it is your turn, Chuckles. But before you take any actions, he raises up, and like you kind of see his arms are like normal gloves, but then you see like his left hand, it starts like flickering, and it changes from a like a regular glove to like this is gonna sound kind of cheesy, but like a sword glove, except it's like a little stinger, and then it goes back to a regular like 5-finger glove.
So it turns into like a point, and then it goes right back to being a hand.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I really want to try heat metal, but then I don't, cause. No, I'm not gonna do it. I don't know what to do though.
Do it.
Alright, I'll heat him up. I'll cast heat metal on him.
Heat metal. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a save I need to make for that?
No, it's just the you choose a manufactured metal object and it glows red hot.
Okay, so him.
Yeah. And any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when I cast the spell and when I
As a
flare
bonus
it up.
action, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so he takes it when it's cast and as a bonus action.
Roll your damage.
Oh. So it's 10 points of fire. Does he look like it hurt him?
So you see the metal begin to like glow red hot, and parts of it are like kind of dripping off as like slag is kind of hitting the ground beneath him.
Alright, dope. I'll bonus action.
Only a little bit though, but it's.
I can't do bonus action this turn, but I can do it next turn. So I'll bonus action. You know, if I want to do a spell, if I want to. I'll inspire Poggers.
Okay, Pogs
Yeah.
accepts fire.
How big is this? Wait, how big is a square?
5 foot.
Okay. I gotta move up to here for the spell to work, but yeah. And that's my turn.
Okay, Chamali.
Shamali's just whoa, wrong way. Shamali's just gonna move aside here and shoot him with the short bow.
All right.
Does 19 hit?
It does.
That's 8 damage.
Types.
Magical piercing.
All right. Yeah, you see the arrows go right into the heated metal.
Huh? Does
Okay.
it look like it hurt him?
Like it hurt him. Yeah. I mean, it's not. It could be her. But yeah, it's doing stuff.
Cool.
Okay. That was movement and actions. So Ametrine.
Hmm. Is it if I do the Bestel curse, is it that I use it on my action on myself, or I have to wait for the rat?
I don't think bestow curse is. Oh, it is a touch. So the rat. If you want to do it, you either do it or the rat does it.
The rat does it.
The rat does it? Okay. So then the rat has to do it on its turn if it's in range.
Okay. Can I do a ray of frost? How far away?
I believe Ray of Frost is 60 feet.
I'm at 60 feet, so you'd have to move up to me.
Which one? To Echo?
No, me, Chuckles.
Chuckles? Okay. I'll move and reach there.
Okay. And that should reach. Go ahead and make your range touch attack. Or it's a ranged spell attack.
Right. Uh, 21?
21 hits. So with Ray of Frost, that's what, 2d8.
Oh, 2d8, sorry. Seven?
All right, 7, and that's cold, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to apply this since it is the suit of armor, but it also says for the spell. I just read this. I'm sorry. If he's holding or wearing the object and it doesn't drop it, if it can't drop it, it doesn't drop it, of course. It has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn. That's every time it takes damage.
Okay, so every time it'll take damage from it, it has disadvantage. Okay.
Until the start of my next turn.
Okay. So it has disadvantage right now. Okay. You might have to remind me on that. I'm going to type it on his description there.
Okay. And he can't drop it, right? I'm assuming, because if he can drop it, he has to make a con save.
It will. I don't know. It's his turn. It's not his turn yet.
Well, it's when it takes damage. I assumed he couldn't drop it.
Oh, he can't. No, he can't drop his armor.
Okay.
Armor. So there's only one mechanic for armor, taking armor off, and it takes 10 minutes to put heavy armor on, and he's wearing heavy armor. It takes 10 minutes to put heavy armor on, and it takes 1 minute to take heavy armor off.
Oh.
And that's like beyond racial things, except for there's like some spells that allow you to immediately take it off. But other than that, that's the mechanics. So that's actually like if you heat up somebody's armor, that's a big thing because you either put them out of combat for 1 minute, or they're just going to keep taking damage. So heat metals, I always take it as in my spell list if it's available. It's a good spell. Okay, Pog.
I'm gonna ask it if it can understand me.
What language do you ask in?
Common.
It tilts its head at you.
It's like a yes tilt.
No. Tilt to the side like he doesn't understand you. Sorry.
Okay.
Not a nod, but a tilt.
Well, shattered. It's that.
Okay, I make a save on that. That's Dex, right?
1 second. It is a Constitution saving throw, DC 16, and since you are made of inorganic material, you have disadvantage.
Okay. And what was the DC? 16?
Yep.
Alright, he passes.
Son of a potato farmer. With disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. You take 7 thunder damage. Alright.
Alright, and that was Thunder.
Yep.
Okay. Very, very cool. Okay, that makes it the rat's turn, which, let me copy you a model out. It's an owl on there, but,
Same shit.
yeah, it's a spirit. There you go.
Bestow curse, making him miss his turns.
So a rat, rats have only 20 feet of movement. So he won't be able to reach all the way there quite yet, but he can move 20 feet towards you.
Okay.
Or not towards you, but away from you.
How many is this?
That'll be 4 spaces.
He can dash.
Oh, yeah, he can take the dash action and do an extra 4 spaces. That is true.
Oh, okay. And what are these lines?
There are 3-foot walls. So he wouldn't be able to crawl over it at the end of his dash, but he can get up to it.
Okay. Right. You can hide here until he can reach the other side.
Okay. Very nice. And that makes it the construct's turn. All right. So you see the construct burning, dripping slag everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but briefly. He has an arrow in his chest, and you see his left hand flashing between that like blade and then a regular hand. And he begins to move towards y'all. And that's as far as he can go. He uses the dash action, so he's running directly. It looks like he's almost running past Pog. He's not turning to face him quite yet. Okay, and that will be his turn. Next is Sylvanas.
Does that provoke an attack of opportunity?
No. So the actual rule is for 5e is it has to leave the threat range of a creature. So I entered your threat range, but I haven't yet left it, even though I moved past the initial square.
Okay.
3.5 is if you change squares.
So swings at you with a great sword +1. That's +6 to each. Does 15 hit?
15 does not hit.
Does a 21 hit?
It does.
$13 damage. Great sword +1.
Okay. Well,
That's it. That's my turn.
that's big.
Oh wait, no, fuck that. Actions. No, wait. Damn it. Did we take a rest before we came into? No, we didn't.
Mm-mm.
Did we? Did I use it? Hold up 1 second. Yeah, I did use it at the temple. Okay.
Oh,
that's
you've
my
had a
turn.
rest since the temple. You've had a
Oh.
rest since the temple. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna action surge, and I'm gonna take another swing. Okay, so I guess just the first one, right?
I don't know your modifier. You said it was.
Oh, it 6.
Yeah,
Well,
hits. The first one hits. The
the
second
first
one misses.
Okay. So 5 plus 7, 13. Wait,
Ooh.
how much did I say it was? Well, okay.
I said 13 the
I
first
think I
time.
said first 7. How much was that? Well, okay, there it just said 6. It's plus 7 modifier. Okay, so.
Okay, so it'd be 12
Oh wait,
this
so
time.
what's this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's 12. Sorry. All right, that's my turn.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So those swings seem to be doing some goodly damage. Okay. That resets the combat up to Chuckles.
Cool. Bonus action to do the 2d8. Take 6 more fire damage. And for my action, I probably won't do any spells because all of my spells are concentration.
Very nice.
No, I'll
Movement.
what do I want to do? I will I'll move over here so I can be nice and safe.
Very nice.
And I will I'll hold my action to attack him if he gets close to me with my rapier.
Okay, you take the hold action.
Yes.
Okay, Chamali.
Chamali's gonna move up here and shoot him again. Does 15 hit?
15 does not.
Okay, that'll be my turn.
All right. Ametrine.
If I move, is he gonna attack me or no?
No, you're not within his threat range.
All right, I'm gonna go far from Chuckles.
Okay. That's his area there. And his threat range is 10 feet.
Trying to see if I still can do Ray of Frost on him, right?
Yeah, you still have your action.
I'll do that. $14.
14 misses.
Okay, that's it.
All right. Pog.
Punchy.
Do it to it.
Don't forget you got inspiration.
Is that a D8?
Yes.
I'm gonna use that D8 for that second roll.
For the 5.
Yep. Oy.
Ouch.
Does a 17 hit?
17 does not.
None of these hit. No punchy.
All right. Yeah, so he's yeah. You so we'll how do I put this? We'll say you hit him because he's not very dexterous, but it just didn't do anything. You just hit like straight on his plate armor. Didn't seem to do anything. That was Pog. So next is the owl's turn.
And he's gonna dash.
He doesn't even need to dash. You can get in range with just a normal action.
Oh,
Because you were on this square, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you're fine.
alright, so curse him where he misses his turns.
Okay, yeah, you can get right there. Okay, so curse. I think I make a save against that.
Saving
What
throw.
is your DC?
15.
15. Okay. Wait, that doesn't. What is your what's your intelligence modifier?
1 second. +5.
Okay, and a level 6 has a.
+3, it should be 16.
It's 16. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So 16 is your DC. You might want to change that on your paper.
Okay.
Okay. So bestow curse. Oh, there's not a save on bestow curse. I forgot. It just applies the. Fuck, I
Creature
forgot how
must
powerful that is.
succeed.
So,
You have to succeed on it or be cursed
oh,
for
it is.
duration.
There it is. Yeah, wisdom saving throw. Okay, wisdom. Okay, good call. I was about to give bestow curse for free. Oh shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say
All right, and your DC is
16.
16, and he fails. Which curse are you bestowing?
Where he misses his turn. He has no action.
Okay. Yeah, so I need to make a wisdom saving throw on my turn, or else I lose my action.
Right.
Wow. That's It's very, very strong third level spell. Okay, and that makes it the construct's turn. So I do want to use my action, so I need to wisdom saving throw. All right, it is Sylvanas. So Sylvanas, you see this like giant construct right in front of you, and every time it tries to move, it just for some reason it can't. It tries to swing and then it just like malfunctions.
It's all to him.
It is your turn though.
All right, yeah. So I'm gonna take 2 swings at him. Batter, swing.
All right.
All right. So yeah, what's the first one? 12. 12 does not hit, right?
12 does not hit.
21 hits.
21 do.
That is a 10.
Okay. 10 slashing.
That's my turn.
All right. Very, very nice. Chuckles.
Oh, I will do the same thing I did last turn. I guess I'll use my bonus action to flare it up. Take 11 points of fire, and I'll hold my action again to attack if he comes in range. Or actually, can I hit him with my whip if I over pog?
Yes, but it'll give cover. So wait, actually, Pog, what size are you?
Medium.
Yeah, it'll give cover. So that's a plus. I think it's going to be a +1 for half cover because you're aiming up.
All right, sure. I'll attack him with my whip of warning.
Okay.
Oh, nah, I misses 14.
14 misses. Yep.
All right.
Never mind, I lied. I'm small.
You're small. Okay, it still would have missed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's my turn.
Okay. All right. Chamali.
Chamali will move up to this wall and shoot him again.
Chamali will not miss again. Damn it!
No, I think this does 17 hit.
It does not.
Okay, and I'm gonna bonus action hide behind the wall.
Okay. Roll your hide check.
16.
16. Okay. Yeah, you're fairly confident that you stealthed
Okay, and that'll
pretty
be my
nicely
turn.
there. All right. Okay. Ametrine.
Too far for a range. I think I'm just gonna stick to. I can't blind him. I have to be 30 feet closer, right?
With the blind spell. Is that the name of the spell, or is it
Yeah,
blindness or something like
blindness,
that?
blindness/deafness.
If it's a concentration, you should do it.
I don't. Is it?
It's not a concentration. It's
It's not.
Oh, it
automatic.
isn't?
1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. 30 feet. You have to be within 30 feet, and you are. You're 30 feet
Okay, I'll blind him.
or 25.
Two.
Wait, what are you rolling for?
Wait, I'm reading. Hold on. Sorry.
You don't have to. I think I make a saving throw. Yeah, con save. I was just making sure you were in 30 feet, and yeah, you're right at 30 feet. Hypotenuse. Okay, yeah. He does not beat your DC. So he is blinded, which is. Or deafened, whichever one you want to do.
I'll blind him. He's looking too much.
Okay, so he is blinded. Everyone has advantage on attack rolls against him, and he has disadvantage. Insanely good. Insanely good. Pog, you have advantage.
Punchy, punchy. So 17 is going to miss. I'm assuming 27 is going to hit.
27 hits, 17 misses, correct.
That's 13 thunder damage.
Thunder, not lightning, right?
Yep.
Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. You put some dents in the armor. As the armor's still leaking slag onto the floor. It's starting to look a little holy. And that makes it the owl's turn.
It's gonna hold the concentration of the curse.
Okay. Construct's turn. So, so this large construct here, he is with disadvantage, going to attempt to attack. Let's see. High roll is going to be Pog. Low roll is going to be Echo. He's going to attack Pog. Okay. disadvantage. All right, so you see this. Oh, I got to make my wisdom saving throw. Jesus Christ. Okay. And I have disadvantage on this because of heat metal, I believe.
No, it's only on ability checks and attacks, not saving throws.
Not saving throws. Okay, so it'd be the first one then. 18. That's going to pass the curse, so I can take an action. So, Pog, you see this guy turn to you as he's been pretty much halted in what he originally wanted to do, and you see him swing his fist, his right hand fist at you, and then his left hand, and as the left hand is coming at you, you see it turn into that like blade. So the blade is the second attack there.
Alright.
What's your AC?
21.
All right, unscathed. Perfect. Okay, so it misses you, and Echo, it is your turn.
Alright, so being that I am barbarian level 1, I will rage. And I'm gonna take 2 hits with advantage.
Okay.
Damn. Wow.
Wait, did you rage to get
18?
advantage? Because you already had advantage.
Yeah, you did have advantage. Did you rage for the advantage?
Rage for the when you make a melee weapon attack using strength, you gain a +2 bonus to the damage roll.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Blah. Yeah. Anyway, 18. I guess that's the only one that's gonna hit.
18 misses.
Oh, fucker! Wow, I missed all 4 hits. Alright, that's my turn.
This guy's a beefy boy. Okay. Chuckles.
burn him up.
All right, give me a roll.
13 points of fire. And I will also make an attack.
So as you do that, as you do 13 points of damage, exactly his remaining health. He begins to slowly melt to the ground, and as the it's not melting like slowly. It's like all of a sudden the armor's just breaking apart in like bits of slag, and they're hitting the ground. As they hit the ground and begin to cool, you notice that all the slag from the ground begins to turn into white gold coins.
Dope. Are they still hot?
They're cooling, so
Obviously, yeah. Prestidigitation. That's a great spell. Cool stuff.
there you go. Okay. All right, and he turns into essentially 140 gold coins for your for however y'all want it.
Oh, we got 5 people.
There are 5 of you, yes.
This is 28 apiece.
Okay. Perfect. So as you're collecting the coins, that's kind of trail back to where you first attacked the first bestowed that awesome flame spell on him. You hear the door click as if it is unlocking.
Can I detect if the book is around here?
So yeah, if you would just want to search, yes, you can. If you want to cast a spell, you can detect magic.
Search, I guess.
Okay, so that'll be a perception check.
$25.
25. Okay, you don't find a book in here, but what you do find is basically this room. Even though everything is like pretty much whitewashed, the ceiling, the floor, and the walls. You do see that it's kind of dusty on the outside, like it's unused, and there is a path that looks like it's walked quite often in the middle, from the door you entered on to the door that's across the way where the construct was.
Oh, that guy has the book. Off to the next room.
Okay. All right. So as you open the door into this next room here, you start to hear. Oh fuck! You start to hear laughter with a tinge of anger and a little bit of crazy.
Let me guess, he's a wizard and he's a family member.
Oh boy.
Okay. So you enter a room. The room appears to be filled with large and small tables. All the large tables are depicted. They're the squares or rectangles, and the on them seems to be filled with all kinds of random items, books, doodads, and across the way you see an older man who is mixing potions and kind of laughing to himself. And as he's like at eye level, pouring one potion into another with a silly grin on his face, he spots you, and he kind of just like stops before he even pours the potion in, and he says, "Oh, visitors," and he walks around to you. And he says, "It's been a very long time since anybody has entered my castle, but I see you've made it with." And he kind of looks over all of you. And does anyone have low HP?
Like half.
Like half?
Yeah, I'm at
And-
20 out of 36.
Okay, so he kind of sees the bruises from the books hitting you, and he says, "Well, mostly made it, not necessarily unscathed. What can I help you with?" And he seems completely friendly with you.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of forgot what we came here for.
I thought it was for to see what the fuck was going on with those the lights.
Yeah, we came looking for a wizard that was able to tell us what's going on with the lights.
And
Yeah.
the cultists with the Fomorians.
Yeah. I'll ask him if he knows about the beacons of lights that have been appearing and what causes them.
He so as you're asking and talking, he's like kind of multitasking, or he begins to multitask. He picks up two random potions and begins to pour them into the bottles. And like mid sentence of your last sentence, he goes Shazam, and then like to the side of on this wall over here, he kind of puts his hands out, and then you just see like a flash of light for no reason, and then he goes back to pouring it. And as you finish, he answers that you are not the only ones who've sensed this. So have I think. Are we the big lights, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess I'll be like working my words up to his glasses. It's like little flasks so he can actually read them while he's multitasking.
What? Say again.
I said I guess I'll be making my script, my illusory script or whatever, appear here so he can actually see it as he's multitasking.
Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, and he does see it, and then he begins walking over to another table, and he begins talking, and he tells you that he is familiar with what you're talking about, and he knows what it is, but also at the same time, there's still some questions among the scholars, and he kind of looks over to Ametrine, and he comments on, oh, another young scholar, and then he kind of stops and he looks at you, Ametrine. He says, "Oh, my old spell book. Where did you find that?"
It dropped on my hands.
All right. He says, "Very well." And he seems to not really care. And he kind of goes over to a large book on the end of this table right here. And when I say large book, it's massive. And he picks it up and he goes, "This is my current book," and he kind of shoves it into his robes. And when he closes his robe, it looks as if the book's not even there. And he says, "You can keep it. That's fine." What were we talking about?
Big lights. Big lights. And spooky
Big lights.
Fomorians.
Right. And he kind of goes on and he says, yeah, so he hasn't been to the place where the lights are, but he's scried them. But at the same time, all you can see is just like light. And from what he's heard from other wizards, so he's now kind of inquiring exactly what you saw and where you saw it.
I guess we tell him about the the temple and all the dead Ametrine.
Yeah, that was the point.
Dard, whatever, however you pronounce it.
Hold on, say y'all were talking over each other, so I didn't quite get it.
Yeah, so we're gonna just want to inform him about the bodies that we found in the temple with that weird light, and yeah, I don't know. I guess you want to ask if he's knows anything about it or if he's seen it before.
Oh well, yeah. So he's kind of talked about it, but he's more interested in like if you've been there. Well, I guess he'll ask. Were you actually there? Did you go to the blue light?
Yes.
What was there? And now he seems to be paying attention.
Creature-wise.
Fomorians.
We found
skeletons.
a lot of
cultists.
dead Eladrins sacrificed, and what he said, with this incessant blue light that won't stop shining. And we don't know what it is, but there seems to be a lot of them scattered, maybe all over this or a wider area. Do you know anything about them?
So he kind of mutters to himself. Alex, you there? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. My computer's freaking out, so I had to close tabletop.
Gotcha. It's all good. Yeah. So he kind of mutters to himself when you mention Fomorians, and he's like, "Those cowards would." And then he looks up at y'all and he says, "It appears that the time is upon us." Yes, I think they're here now. And then he goes to this back table.
Who's here?
And he mixes 2 potions together. And these potions, they mix. And he says, "Aha! I've done it." And then all of a sudden he goes, "Hiya!" And on the wall, he makes a flash of light again. And then he walks up to, let's see, Chuckles is the closest. And he says, "Here, you can have this." And he gives you a potion.
Thanks. What does it do?
He says, "I'm not quite sure, but it works. That I'm sure of."
Ah.
And then he begins fiddling around with some other stuff. But he goes on and he says, yeah, oh yes, undead. So the undead, you say, was it a lot of undead? One undead? Two, maybe?
Like 5 or 6.
Maybe it doesn't.
Did they seem organized?
They
It
sure
seemed like-
did.
Yes, like that they were under the direction of some cultists, maybe.
Oh God, I fear this is not good news. And he walks over to the wall here and stares at the wall, and he touches the wall, and a window appears, and you see him cast a spell, and it shoots off to the that would be the northeast, and then he closes the window again, and it's back to just a solid wall. And he says, "I fear what has happened on the material plane might be happening here too."
Are you from the material plane?
And he kind of turns to you, and even though he looks very old, now that he's kind of standing still, you see that he is a very, very, very old human. And he tells you, "From one time I was."
What happened?
Oh, he says he likes it here more. At least he thinks. He doesn't remember much about the material plane, but that's neither here nor there. He does know what happened. His mage guild here in the Feywild, yes, and he tries to like think of the name. He says it's very prestigious. It's hard to get into. It's a good one, and he can't. It's like he can't quite think of the name of it. But he says, nonetheless, we have been studying what's on the material plane, other wizards greater than I, and it appears that the material plane has been invaded by the Shadowfell.
I got a quick question.
Yes.
Would Sylvanas know this guild, being that he's from the Summer Court?
Make a Sylvanas can make a check if he wants to see, though he is not himself a wizard.
What kind of check?
So this would be a history check, I believe. Yeah. There's not a culture check in this game, unfortunately.
That's a 0 modifier. 19.
19. Yeah. You have heard of a mage guild in Astralaria. But you don't know the details of the mage guild because you've never been invited. But you do.
Do I know the name of the mage guild?
Yes. It is called the Mage Guild.
So I'm going to say it out loud to see if it sparks some sort of recognition through the Theo. And I'm going to say the Mage Guild.
And he goes, "That's the one." It is very prestigious, very, very difficult to get into. And he starts fiddling with another potion, and he pours 2 potions together, and it seems to be successful. And he goes, "Aha!" And you see a flash of light appear on the wall, and he walks over to, see, that's not you, but he comes around and walks up to you, and he goes, "Here." What's that?
Yeah, I thought he was going to blow himself up, so I switched myself real quick. Alright, so I take the potion.
He hands you a potion.
Can I ask him, what is this?
He says, "Not quite sure. You probably need to try it, but I can tell you, with a 100% guarantee it works.
Would
Do
you
you
like me
drink
to
these?
investigate it?
Yeah, anybody can look at it if they want.
Sure.
Yeah, you can detect. You can do an Arcana check.
I want to ask him if you drink these, or do you throw them like you did the other things?
He says sometimes I drink them. Well, yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
Does 11 discover it?
11 does not discover it. This looks like a how do I put this? Yeah, no, it doesn't discover it. It's not a common potion.
I'm gonna try it. Try to discover it, not try to taste it. And I want to see what it is. Did I mention I'm a bard?
Every take a turn.
All right, perfect. So
That's a 21 total. If I got a +1 Arcana.
yeah, so this is you kind of know you've seen some wizards do this in your barding history type thing. He's using transmutation magic, so you can tell that this is some sort of transmutation potion.
Okay. I don't think I'll be drinking it, but alright.
All right,
Can I ask
and
you
that's
why?
for both of them. You recognize both of them as that.
There's 2 of them.
Do they look like they have differences, or like they're the same exact thing?
They look like there's minor differences, but the potion itself is the same.
Okay.
Yeah, Chuckles has one, and Sylvanas has one. Okay, and he goes back to mixing drinks, basically potions. And he starts asking, how much do you know about the material plane? And then he looks around and he realizes most of you are from there. And then he asks you, when was the last time you were there?
A little over a year.
Okay. How much do you know about what's happened there?
Should I make a history check? Or...
Yeah, you can make a history check. Though I just will remind you, you don't need the history check would only be for extra details. Just to remind all of you, you left there because crops were dying, things like that were dying. So you know that, and you know like some rumors from merchants, and the merchants eventually stopped showing up at the town, etc.
Okay, I'll just tell them everything was dying, and people stopped trading with us, so we had to find a better place to live. Or the town of Grapevine had to find a better place to live.
And he goes, aha! So you do know. Maybe. And he says, are you familiar? He gets like real close to your face. Are you familiar, Bard, with necromancy?
I know of it. I don't know how to use it.
Very well. And he starts fiddling with some other potions over here. And he says, necromancy is founded in the Shadowfell. It's a dark, negative energy type of magic. There, it's basically the opposite of here. There is not here. And he goes, Feywild's filled with life, a little bit of craziness, but in the Shadowfell, it's not, and it's a separate plane. You do know planes.
Well, I mean, we came from a different one, so.
And yes, that is true, I think. But it's the Shadowfell has some very dangerous things, and he kind of walks between all of y'all. And when he gets up to you, like he's looking directly in your face, like closer than comfort, basically. And he tells you that the material plane has been attacked by a great being from the Shadowfell, and the Mage Guild, and he kind of looks over to Sylvanas to kind of like give him a nod and a wink. He because you reminded him, and he says, hold on, I lost my place. And then he says, this great being, which we think is some sort of great being. It could be anything. It could be a lich. It could be a fiend. There's no way to tell what it is. He hides himself in shadow. But his armies have invaded the material plane. How he got there, we're not quite sure. But we do know how he can get here. We've kept it a tight secret, but unfortunately it seems that he's figured it out. And then he goes, oh yeah, hold on, 1 second. He walks over here, he turns like a Bunsen burner type thing off, and mixes another potion, and it seems to work like the previous ones, and then he makes a flash of light on the wall.
How is he doing this? The flashes. Am I close enough to see?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. I didn't know if I could see him doing something like casting a spell or just they appear. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah. Since you know this spell, yes, he is casting a prestidigitation.
Oh, that's all he's doing. It's just prestidigitation. I like this guy. We need to bring them back and have a big party with Sid.
And yeah.
Stop picking up strays.
What was that, wizard?
You're a wonderful human being.
Yes, I'm quite the guy. And then he kind of stops and he's like, I realize I haven't introduced myself. I am Dathio. Yes, I think. And then he kind of like goes back. Where was I? Oh, yes. They're coming here now. The undead. And he starts fiddling with us. Oh, actually, hold on. He hasn't given that potion out. He before you said anything, he was over here by Chamali. Chamali, he gives you a potion. Tells you it definitely works. It appears to be a potion similar to the two he's already given out.
What does it do? I ask.
He goes, I'm not quite sure, but it will work.
I'll drink it.
Oh Lord.
Okay, cool. Roll a d8.
Oh no, it's gonna work.
Explosions
Oh
incoming.
god.
You have liquid diarrhea.
Okay, hold on, I'm pulling my table up. Give me 1 second.
Is that number a good thing or a bad thing?
He got syphilis. That's what he just got from drinking that.
Not again.
Remember? Oh
No,
no.
it's not quite syphilis.
It worked.
All right. For 1 minute, you are polymorphed into a baboon.
You
Oh,
see,
no.
you are Chewbacca.
Huh. Does he just say anything after this happens to Theo?
Yeah, he turns back to Theo. Who? Dathio. Yeah, Dathio.
Yeah.
Yeah, he turns back. He hears you drink it and hears the pop from polymorph, and he says, "Told you, it works."
Alright, I'm gonna fling some poop at him.
Very nice, very nice. So the poop actually will hit him right in the back. However, it seems to not stick and slides right off of his robe.
So you just take a dump in front of all of us and throw your poop? Is that what just happened?
The monkey
is.
did. I
Yeah. No
The fucking-
manners.
So you have your intelligence stats. So you are you just can't talk, and you are a baboon physically.
did. Alright.
Okay. Let's see. So, and that lasts for 1 minute. So eventually you'll fade out. But until then, he begins talking again. And he says, those lights, those ruins, there are 8 of them. Not lights, but the ruins. Yes. Yes, 8 of them. However, there is a 9th one that is centered between all 8. Those 8 temples act as a large teleportation device. If 5 of them are activated, they can teleport. Or no, it's not teleport. He pulls his spell book out and begins looking. He's like, "Oh yeah, I don't do that." And he puts it back and he says, "What is the spell?" And he kind of looks at Ametrine. He's like, "The spell that takes you from one place to another. That's not teleport."
A blink?
It does do that, but no.
A phase?
Gate.
And then oh, that's right, plane shift.
Oh, I got that one, yeah.
It does a mass plane shift where an entire army can enter or phase shift at once, which, as you probably might conclude, that is not good.
Who built these temples?
They're quite ancient indeed. We're not sure who built them. We do know that they were built during the Fomorian War here in the Feywild, many eons ago, or at least a few hundred years ago.
Where'd they plane shift to?
He kind of he looks at you, acknowledges that you asked that, and then he begins pouring another potion. And he goes through the same routine. It works. Pop goes a flash on the wall, and he comes and he hands this to you. He says, "Here you go, dear wizard." And it appears to be similar to the ones that y'all got earlier.
Do you know how to activate or deactivate the light in the temples?
Yes, this I do know. The real questions. Yes, the temple itself in the center, once activated, can only be unactivated by one thing, and the other ones on the outside can be deactivated by that same thing. The activation mechanism, however, that's a little more gruesome. The activation method is by killing innocents,
And
which
the
you witnessed. Well,
deactivation method?
deactivation, right? Deactivation method, and he comes over to the table by the wall and he picks a book up. The book is titled "The Book of Magical Items," and he has it turned to the very back. And he comes back over here and he says, "Yes, it's this." And he sets it down on the table and he points at this crudely drawn scepter. He says, "The true name of the scepter is unknown, but this scepter can consecrate what's been done at each of these temples." The scepter, though, however, that's a little more tricky. The problem with that is we kind of know where it is, but we also do not know exactly where it is. We do know it's on the material plane, so that's the good news. The bad news is it's on the material plane.
So this would be something we would have to search.
You guys know how to get back to the material plane?
Nope.
No, does the wizard know? Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
so he hears you ask that and he says, "I do know, but I cannot do it. It's a plane shift.
So
You need a
how
plane shift spell."
okay.
Uh,
Let's see.
and he tells you that he's a specialist wizard. He specializes in divination, and he's chosen to ban his knowledge of conjuration, so he's unable to plane shift.
Can he tell
Can
us?
you teach us?
So he can't teach you how to plane shift, but he does know someone who can plane shift you. And he says, "Here, give them this." He walks over to a small table on the wall and pulls a drawer open, and he grabs a like a wax seal and a piece of parchment, and he writes something down and he seals it, and he hands it to Sylvanus. He says, "Give this to him, and he owes me a favor. He should do it."
Who is he, and where is he?
Oh yes, yes. That is important. Where he is in? He's found in Astrazalian. Now you're familiar with this town. This is a major Eladrin city.
Wait, what's his name? Do I get a name?
Hold on, let me pull up his name. It's on a different page. Got to turn the page.
No worries. Okay, let's say we have that information. I do have one last request before we leave. Being that he's a specialist mage in divination, and we're heading to the material plane to find some unknown type of cleric scepter, can he kind of pinpoint where in the material plane where we should be looking?
Yes, I think I can. He pulls out his spell book. Okay. He says he can tell you. Sorry, I had to pull the spell up. He says he can tell you the general location of where it is. He says, "Hold on," and he pulls out a little pouch from inside of his robe. He pulls a pouch out from inside of his robe, and then he pulls out a small silver mirror and sets it on the table. And he says, "Give me a minute." And he begins casting a spell. A minute goes by, and he's still casting a spell. Another minute goes by. He's still casting a spell. Another minute goes by. And so 10 minutes ends up going by. And he's still casting a spell.
Is it work?
And he, like, in between incantations, you kind of hear him just go, "Shh." About 10 more minutes goes by. So you're getting the idea that this is going to take a little longer than a minute.
So it's been 20 minutes.
It's been 20 minutes so far.
All right,
He's
I'm
still
sitting
casting.
down trying to take a short rest.
Am I
Okay,
able
short
to
rest.
hear his spell or no?
Yes, you can hear his spell. There's also like hand motions involved, but you can make a Arcana check to see what type of spell he is doing. And I think the DC for that is 15 plus the spell level.
My shit today, 11.
11. Yeah, you're not quite able to tell what it is, but you do know it's a divination spell. All right, 1 hour passes. Was
So-
there anything anyone wanted to do in this room for 1 hour?
So short rest works, right?
Short rest works, yes.
All right, cool.
I mean, I don't mean to intrude. He was a nice guy, but do we notice anything? I don't know.
Valuable.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I mean-
so there's stuff like littered around here. Go ahead and make a few perception check.
That's a 10.
All right, 10. Hold on, sorry, I'm pulling up my thing for this. Okay, you roll a 10. So, did anybody else roll?
Come on, hunt, guys.
Oh, I want. Yeah.
Roll.
If y'all are gonna look around for his loot.
My echo's gonna roll. No, I'm just kidding.
What? What are we adding it with?
Perception.
$14.
14. Okay. Yeah. So there's mostly, it looks like, ingredients for potions just kind of scattered everywhere. Not in the jars they should be in. Some are in jars, some not. There are items kind of littered about. You see some. You see a robe folded on this table over there. There's a robe folded there. You see some arrows on this table here. 5 of them. There is a glowing orb on this table. The table that you were standing next to originally, Ametrine, that table has a book, which seems to be the book that was missing. And there is a wand on this book right here.
What is the wand status? Is there any stats for it?
For the what?
For the wand.
There are no stats for it. If you want to take it, though, you need to make a sleight of hand.
No.
I'm going to make some tea during this rest.
Okay.
This
Would Heward's handy spice pouch allow me to make tea? Like, would it give me tea? It says it gives you simple spices, or non-magical spices. Seasonings.
Seasonings? If it says seasonings, then I would say yeah, because I mean that's pretty much what tea is, just
Alright, cool.
leaf flavored water.
Yeah, I'll use a pinch of that to make a pot of tea for everybody.
Cool.
Yeah, I want to swipe this orb.
All right. Make
bad.
a. All right, make a sleight of hand check.
Well, 7.
All right. Yeah. So you pick up the orb.
Uh,
How are you carrying the orb? Are you gonna hold it in your hand, or are you putting it in your backpack?
I kind of just want to really examine it and look at it.
Okay.
I'm really sure not to steal it yet, to be honest.
You can make an investigation or an arcana.
Going to make an. It doesn't matter. It's both the same. Holy mother of God. 2.
2. Okay. It just looks like a glowing orb. It doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Can I ask Ametrine to take a look at this? Ametrine, would you mind?
No, I don't mind, but I've been having bad luck.
It seems like a lot of us have. So I'm gonna toss or ask her to.
Oh, which one are we using? Arcana or?
Arcana or
Whatever, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Or investigation.
Arcana or investigation, yeah.
26?
26 for Arcana?
Yes.
All right, yeah, so this is a magical orb. You're actually familiar with these. This is a orb of direction, and it doesn't seem to be working.
So does Ametrine know what an orb of direction is?
She's like somewhat familiar with it, but not really. She just knows that that's what it's called, and she knows it has to do something with navigation, but beyond that, she'd have to identify.
That can I do a ritual event identify?
Yeah, you got plenty of time.
All right.
Okay, yeah, so you ritual identify. Orb of direction. So when you hold the orb, you know exactly which way. If you use an action to do this, you know exactly which way is north, but it only works on the material plane, which you are not on. Yeah.
Oh, question, just random. Am I able to learn the spell that he's doing?
You can, but you have to learn it from written, so you can't learn it from him casting.
Oh, really? Good try.
You could probably ask to see his spell book.
Okay. I'll ask later because he'll yell at me.
Cool. All right, so 1 hour passes, and the small silver mirror that he set down begins to glow. And he goes, "There, it's right there." And he points at the mirror.
Okay, can I take the mirror? I ask him.
Yeah, he says, "Here, look at it." He'll even hand it to you.
Okay, will it stay there? Like, would the image stay on the mirror if we take it out of here?
Yes, it will. So,
Okay. So I wanna take it with us then, I guess, so we can more accurately.
oh no,
locate.
it won't stay there permanently. It'll only stay for 10 minutes for him.
Okay.
But
Okay. I
yeah,
guess just want to note the location. Do we
Right.
recognize? Well, I'm not really from there, so I guess
You're-
somebody from the material plane should look at it.
yeah, you're not there. But I'll tell you what you do see. You see a mountain range, and on the mountain range, so imagine like it's a helicopter shot that's kind of going around in a mountain range. But on one of the peaks, there is a what appears to be like some sort of ruins.
Does these guys that are here from the material plane, I mean, maybe one of them can do an insight or wants to see if they can pinpoint the location a little more accurately.
Sure. I only have 3 on insight. Anyone has a higher one?
I'm not sure what the check would be for this.
This is going to be a I actually didn't write that down. Give me 1 second. This could be history, insight. No, not insight. History, investigation, religion. That's it.
Okay.
So yeah, one of those 3. Oh, nature will also work. We'll say nature.
What's the check for?
Insight 25.
The image, the mountains, trying to figure out where those mountains are. That are what those mountains are.
Can I do survival or just nature?
You know what? I think survival is more accurate. But Ametrine just did. Ametrine, which one did you do?
Investigation 25.
Investigation 25. Okay, and let him roll his real quick.
Yeah, it's 11. Survival 11.
Okay, perfect. All right. So they're mountains, but Ametrine, you're not quite sure which mountains they are, even though you rolled high, but because of your lack of memory, they, you've seen them before, and it's almost like the name is right on the tip of your tongue. It's like gray something, gray. And that's about as far as you can get, and that's just because of your lack of memory. However, Chuckles, you know one range of mountains called the Gray Peak Mountains.
Oh, okay. I'll let everybody know.
So I want to ask Theo, what is the fastest way to what's the town that he mentioned?
Astrazalian?
Oh boy, yeah, that place.
Yeah, fastest way to Astrazalian. That would probably be a teleportation spell.
Which he will not be able to cast.
Yes, yeah, can't do that. Fastest way is probably on the road to Astrazalian from the Bear King Forest. Would probably be my guess.
So where we came then.
So I'm gonna kind of just draw out the map real quick. Y'all are this black dot here. Crossroads is here. I'm gonna put a C to label it. A is Astrazalian. That's north, not west. God damn it. There you go. That's the compass rose. So New Grapevine's over here. Crossroads is right there. Bear King Forest is the B. Astrazalian's the A. There's a road that runs north to south like that. And he says getting to that road, which there's a road that leads out of Lily in the Vale. And you should meet that big road there. And you could take it right on up to Astrazalian.
Okay, so just to recap, this is to find another wizard that will teleport us to the material plane so we can go find a scepter to deactivate this teleportation device from plane shifting an army into the material plane?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, doesn't this also deactivate like the final part of this ritual? I mean, it activates the final place.
Hold on. Say that. Rephrase that.
Doesn't the scepter finish the ritual? Like the middle tower. Oh, I thought he said earlier like the same thing that activates the middle tower deactivates or something.
No. So he was talking about activation, deactivation. Activating is blood rituals. You need 5 of the temples to be active for the teleportation or the plane shift to begin. So and there's 8 total. Okay, so there's that. But then deactivation is you need to get this scepter to deactivate the temples that are activated.
Okay.
Does the Theo know how many temples have been activated so far?
He tells you exactly 2.
They're actively being activated right now. This just started.
He says he has to assume. Yeah, it just started a few days ago before you arrived. And it says it seems you've seen one of them, and if y'all told him about the Bear King one, did y'all tell him about the other one?
Why not?
Okay. Yeah, he says, and it seems you're aware of where the second one that's activated is. It's hard to tell out of the remaining 6 which are going to be activated. And he kind of says, really, for these to be activated in the first place, there has to be someone over here that's familiar with either plane shifting or just general knowledge of the planes and planar travel and how that works. So someone who might be familiar with how portals work, or someone who is a high-level wizard, But someone over here is doing it. Finding that person or entity could also be the key to stopping it, because again, there's 6 out of 8 that are not activated.
Right. Well, we'll go chasing our tails, going to like 6 other temples, and not.
He agrees.
Wait there all day. The best way is just to get the key, I think, to deactivate them. We can be in a race to stop them before they activate all the rest, or we can go chasing our tails into all 9 temples, trying to stop them from activating them. But if we go to the wrong temple at the wrong time, anyway.
Right. Yeah, and he kind of agrees, and he says, smart for a fighter. And he goes, or a warrior, and he goes, that is true. However, do you not have allies here on this plane that could potentially do some of this for you while you get the scepter?
I look forward to them, to my my team, who seems to have a town full of mercs. Do we?
Town full of mercs, and you have ally ships with the Bear King and the fairies.
Can he send? And he's like, can he send a sending spell?
He tells you can.
Because
Right.
we kind of need to let our allies know what's going on.
You can send a message to the Bear King.
Okay. Yeah, he tells you he can send a message, but to whom? To whom does it need to be? Well, you said Bear King already, but for your
Town
people.
us.
Like everybody that we want to send it to.
The fairies, the town guy who controls the area.
So we know the Bear King, we know the fairies. Sylvanas knows the Summer Court. Some people there.
The farmer lady with the cows.
Yeah. Balt. Is that right? That's her last
Yes,
name, right?
Sarah Bolt.
Sarah Balt.
Okay.
I think that's about everybody
Alright,
we
so-
know.
Yeah. we should send messages to all of them,
Okay.
warning them of the danger.
All right, so let me write this down. Do you want to send just general information, or are you going to tell them to do specific things?
I think we want them to try to guard every single temple that hasn't been activated so far.
I think we should probably say that to the Bear King and the Summer Court. Everybody else, we should probably tell just to keep safe, because I don't think the fairies and Grapevine have the the ability to hold off Fomorians and undead.
Under the assumption that everybody knows where these temples are, like it's common knowledge or something. But it's obvious that two of them are, at least. Not that
Yeah,
really
so
helps.
that is true. You know where the 2 activated are. That brings up another conundrum. And Dathio says, here's the thing. We don't know the exact location of all of the temples. We do know that they follow a pattern, though, and he draws the pattern out in the dust on the table. He says, here's the 2 that you're aware of, and then he dots a couple other ones, and it forms like a circle on the table. And in the middle, he puts one last dot, and that dot is where the army would teleport from. So he says it's in a circle, and they're all distance about the same. So it shouldn't be too hard to locate. But you have to locate it before it's activated for it to even matter.
Maybe you guys should send out your mercs and Grapevine to locate these places, and then maybe we can have Bear King and the Summer Court patrol them once we've located them.
I just think the Bear King and the Summer Court have more manpower, because the Summer Court probably has druids, right? They can fly. The Bear King has werebears and other were creatures, so they are bulk.
They run fast.
To help.
But Grapevine, we're just a bunch of people, for the most part, except for me and a few others.
I mean, we did have that one fight in that area. We succeeded working together.
Yeah, but if our party was the heavy hitters of that fight.
but give hope.
Speaking of which, how do you say his name?
Dathio.
Dathio, would you be interested in moving to Grapevine?
He kind of looks around. He's like, my work here is far too important.
Well, we do have a tower there. You could set up shop in it.
Not like this tower,
Okay.
I think.
Bring this tower with you.
Could
Oh,
you?
I could do that.
It seems like a very special tower.
That would take some time, though.
And you'd have the entire town of Grapevine to protect it. You can do all the research that you'd like, undisturbed from travelers.
But then what about this village? And he reminds you that you're currently in the Lily in the Vale.
We can join them.
They could join.
It is a small village, but Grapevine doesn't really have the room. Or I don't know if it does to add this many. How many? Is it actually just like 5 buildings? Because if so, I mean.
Yeah, it's like 5 businesses. There are like smaller houses and huts and stuff around the village.
We gotta have
Would it fit?
the room to just take all these people in at one time.
To just expand.
He goes, this would all take a lot of time, and I'm not quite sure if time is exactly on our side.
Right. Well, that's not the most impressive thing right now.
Yeah, he says it's definitely not as pressing as the current threat. So he as you're all talking, he's unwiring some copper, a copper wire, and he begins cutting short little pieces. And he says, "Okay, to the Bear King and to the Summer Court, warning, you want their armies to," and he kind of ponders for a second, to go where?
To search and protect for the site. What are they called again? The ritual sites?
The temples, the ruins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Need to search and protect those.
Yeah, they look a lot like the other 2 that have been activated.
Ancient tombs with altars, essentially what they are, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so you search for ancient tombs or ancient buildings with altars and protect them.
Maybe it should be something like, stop. Cultists attacking. Stop.
How many words can you send?
25 words.
We should say it, yeah, be very specific in our wording.
Emergency. Find and protect ancient altars. Fomorians on the way.
Act sacrificial to altars.
Trying to sacrifice to bring leader to Feywild.
Okay, remove the first sacrifice because that's redundant.
What did I say? I said trying to sacrifice.
No, just trying to. Yeah, counting the words. No.
I've got 7 words left. Well, I forgot what I said for the first whatever.
All right, hey, I'll tell you what, because the fruition of these letters isn't going to come until it's not going to come this session. So I'll just give y'all the next week or 2 to type it out. However you want to do it. You have 25 words to make it sound as important as possible. And we need one for the one that goes to the Bear King, one goes to the Summer Court, and the fairies and Grapevine.
Okay.
It's like homework.
Yeah, it's kind of homework. Yeah, otherwise, I'll type it out. If y'all don't have it typed by the next game, I'll type it out and see if y'all agree with it. But otherwise, the sentiment is gotten and it's happening. So that's the important thing. But if you want the exact words, you'll have to give those to me. But otherwise, we'll just say the sentiment is out.
Okay.
Okay.
Bring money.
Bring money. Help. Spelled with an A.
Just go at the end of it.
All right. So he begins sending the messages out to and fro. And as he runs over to this wall and opens the window as he did previously, and begins casting the spells continuously until they are all cast. And then he comes back to you. And then, on his way back, he notices 2 potions sitting next to each other. He mixes them real quick. Seems to be successful, and he tosses it. Not tosses it, but does the flash on the wall again. And he gives it one to Pog.
Oh boy. I get a mystery potion.
He says he guarantees that it works. Okay. Let's see. I want to make sure I've got all this information that I need out there. Okay, there's someone on this plane doing the rituals, which has pretty much been self-evident up to this point. Okay. The undead are coming, pretty much. By some powerful entity has figured out how to invade other planes. And then, let's see, there was one more important thing.
Did you just say undead?
Yeah, undead. The undead.
What, did I miss that or something the first time around? It's an army of undead?
It's an army of undead, yeah.
They're led by
Shadowfell.
Fomorians, right?
That's why he was talking about necromancy.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, from the Shadowfell. Yep. We're okay. So, okay. The only information you need then is the name of the wizard in Astrazalian. Is, let me find it on this page. Is Skeptic.
Skeptic? Wow, what a strange name. Alright, I guess we should try to find the skeptic in Astrazalian.
And he says, very well. If y'all are done here, I'm going to continue my research. Whenever you're ready to leave, you can just walk out the door.
Is there any way we can get up here a little easier?
He says, oh, yeah, 1 second. He starts fiddling in his robe, and he hands you a key. He says, just put the key up next to the door and open the door, and it'll open up to right here.
Okay, thank you.
Can't be too cautious as a wizard. Got a lot of valuable things.
Do you have an extra copy of this book? And I point on the table of the items you can find, magical items in the map.
He says, I do not, but I don't really need that now. I think y'all might need it for that to be able to spot that artifact. So you're welcome to have it.
Thank you. I'll return it once we meet again.
Cool. And this is it's called a compendium of magical items and things.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you want to do in here or ask him?
Nope.
Let's head out.
Oh, has he had? Would he like me to cook him something, or would he like a cup of tea? I got some tea over here.
Yeah, he says, yeah, he'll take it. Yeah, I'll take a cup of tea. So as he sips the tea that you hand him, he exclaims, "Oh wow, that's the best tea I've had in a while." And he does you see a flash of light, like aha! And he puts his hand up against the wall and flash of light.
All right. I'll mimic him. I'll do the flashlight as well. Against the wall.
Very cool. He goes, "Aha! You're catching on. You'll make a wizard someday, maybe. Maybe not." And then before everyone walks out, he turns to Ametrine, and Ametrine, he tells you, he says you're a little younger than him, probably a little less learned, but you could probably glean some information from the Mage Guild in Astrazalian. You'd have to join, of course, and it's very expensive. It's why I make these potions to sell. And but if you can afford to join, it'll probably be to your benefit.
Okay. Thank you for the information. I have one last question before we leave.
Uh-huh.
Why did you decided to stop being a wizard?
He kind of looks at you puzzled, and he's like, "Stop being a wizard. I am a wizard."
I mean, you transformed to a human, and now you left the guild, so you're just... What? I don't understand.
No, he tells you he's still in the guild.
Oh, okay, I missed that part. Sorry.
Yeah, no, he's still in the guild. The only thing that might be kind of questioning to you is the fact that he can't use conjuration spells.
Okay, so what happened there?
Yeah, he can't use conjuration spells because he has specialized his arcane mastery into divination. So he can cast some other spells, but from the school of conjuration, he cannot.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
Alright.
Okay. Cool. And I will move y'all. So as you go to the door and open it, it opens out the very front of the tower. Not to scale. And you are currently in the Lily of the Vale. However, it appears to be in the middle of the night.
Should we rest?
Is there like an inn in town?
There is an inn in town. It is the Blossoming Flower.
Right. I'm gonna say I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to this inn.
Can we
I'm
split it?
gonna go over here.
Let me grab some water real quick. My mouth's starting to dry out. I'll be right back. But yeah, y'all can go to the inn if you'd like.
Damn, we almost got a second tower. I think I pushed it too much.
Ambition.
Well, you
Would've
could
been
just like modify the tower we have. Is what I was thinking. Like he could bring us stuff. We have a watchtower. He could just set up on like the top of the tower and protect it as well.
It would also help the town to have more population.
Well, yeah. I guess one powerful wizard would be like a big deal.
Also, clients in this town too.
Yeah, but I don't know how many people the crazy wizard would pull to
A crazy amount of people.
Yeah. He can't teleport, so he can't force anybody to leave. So.
How are the fairies gonna defend themselves?
The what?
How are the fairies gonna defend themselves
They
if they have to
can
go to
hide pretty
battle?
well.
Really?
Yeah, well, that first night we stayed there, we couldn't see him. We had
And
to
it
go
was
step
just
in their
too
fairy
crazy.
circle to see him. And once we went in the fairy circle, we couldn't leave.
Oh, right.
All right, sorry about that. Okay. All right. So yeah. As you get closer to town, you hear the noise coming from the blossoming flower, and it seems to be kind of crowded for the small town that the Lily in the Vale is. And as you enter, you notice a lot of the people look like locals. You even see the blacksmith in there. But there is kind of a group of people around a table over in the corner that don't seem to be from around here. They're not like socializing, etc., except among themselves. And they appear to be 5 Eladrin. And there's
5,
also, like, a
huh? I wonder what could happen to 5 Eladrin.
barkeep.
I want to go to the barkeep and ask him if he's got any like signature dishes that he makes here, or that they make here, not necessarily him.
He says, signature dish? No. Signature drink? Yes. And he tells you the Lily Martini is what they make here.
Can you show me how to make it?
Yeah, so he actually makes a pretty shitty martini, and he puts a lily, fake lily flower in the in the drink, and it just kind of floats on top.
Use your amagi and your jar.
Use my what now?
Your jar to make
Alchemy
it taste.
jar?
Yeah.
I just dump honey on top of it, I guess.
Makes it better.
I got my spice pouch. No, I'll just pay for the drink. How much is it? Though it is a really crappy martini.
Yeah, it's only a silver. So.
Okay.
And he asks if y'all are here for the night.
Yes, we would be.
He says, well, if you're staying the night, it's only a gold a room. Each room has 2 beds.
Do you mind if I perform for my room? I'm kind of I'm a bard.
He says, oh, yes, of course. And like, as you say that, people close by kind of hear it, and they're like, oh, play something.
Okay, I'm gonna throw all my... Should I make a performance check?
You should.
Alright, I'm gonna, throw my buffs on enhance ability and...
all the fancy shit. Okay.
Yeah, inspiration and all that.
Okay.
Thank God I did. I was at 12, 22, and I actually have to ask I put my proficiency is 25. Yep, 25.
25? Okay.
And I've got the, what's the instrument called? I've got the illusionary one. Instrument of illusions, so I'm making things happen.
Oh, the instrument of bard? Yeah.
Illusions, not the yeah. The Citron's cool, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any, it doesn't have stuff for,
this kind of thing. Yeah. So, you begin playing and putting on a performance, and the entire crowd seem to be really getting into it. Even you see the people that are kind of like to themselves in the corner, start tapping their feet, etc. And the barkeep agrees to give you 3 rooms for free for you and your friends.
I think it's everybody, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll take the room by myself. you guys can,
That's alright.
All right. So your rooms have been procured. You can take your long rest. You can interact with the people in the bar.
The general store open?
Nope, it's too late at night. And by the way, it doesn't seem like this too much time has passed for it to be in the middle of the night. So it's that tower is kind of done something weird with time, or at least your perception of it.
Oh, like that weird movie, the people going to Sweden and it's a weird cult and it never turns nighttime.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's really
What
good.
Do you know the name of it?
Let me look for it.
It's like
The one
Midsommar.
where they're in like a sunflower field or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh god.
The only Swedish movie I can think of is Midsommar.
Is that it? Is
I don't know. I've never seen it, but it was just it's like a Swedish cult. I think that's what the movie's supposed to be about.
I can never pronounce it. It's such a weird name.
Midsommar.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, Midsommar.
Okay. All right. So long rest, replenish all your HP, spells, fun stuff. You can also spend some time, Ametrine, learning new spells during this long rest.
Alright.
And yeah, so if there's nothing else y'all want to do, you can begin your journey.
How much is to buy a breakfast before we go?
It's a silver apiece.
Okay, I'll buy breakfast for everybody.
Okay.
I just want to say your rollers are broken. I got the same numbers as before.
Did you really? Jesus Christ.
They're freaking broken.
Damn. Those are your divination numbers?
Yeah, same one.
They're pretty good numbers, though. They're low, so
Yeah.
you can always swap it out on an enemy.
Or you can fix a natural one for us. Make sure that we don't have a really bad outcome.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so you begin your journey. There's a road leading out of town that goes to the Astrazalian Road, and you're able to find your way. So I need to ask. I know it's getting late. I have I have a lot of things prepared, but there's the next thing is it's going to be a combat. Do y'all have? Do you want to just stop here, or do you want to do the combat? It might be a quick combat. It might not.
I'm up for whatever, but if you guys can't stay, I understand.
I would rather pause it.
That's fine. We can pause.
Yeah, I'm gonna second that, actually.
Okay. All right, then we'll just we'll start next time with the Lily in the Veil. So leaving Lily in the Veil. Leaving the Lily in the Veil.
Okay.
No level up yet?
What's that?
I was fishing for a level up.
Oh. No. Oh yeah. Level up. Sorry, I was like fishing. Who's fishing? Yes. Everyone does. Thank you for.
Oh really?
I have that as the last note. Everyone does level up, actually.
Before
That was
people
the
get off.
CR8 that y'all fought.
Oh really?
Yeah.
We just melted.
Does anybody want to buy something from Lily in the Veil that they just can't afford? Because I'll give you a loan.
Yeah, so that's another thing. Lily in the Veil store goes away when you leave. So this will be your last time between now and next time for you to make a purchase.
Is that plus con modifier?
Plus your con mod. Yep.
So I got a 9.
I think I get a good feature at level 7.
Yeah, if anybody wants to buy one of the nice weapons or something, or if you want one of the stealth weapons, Dawn, I'll put some money towards it if you pay me back.
Stealth weapons?
Not stealth weapons, sorry, one of the stealth items.
Oh yeah.
Like the boots or the cloak. Oh, those are really expensive. I've got
I was gonna say.
I've got like 800 gold.
Same. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
I got Flash of Genius. This is pretty good.
You're gonna flash your genius.
So I put a second level on barbarian. Just let you know.
Guys, I want to try to take a spell that isn't concentration. Sound cool? Although all of my 4th level I can choose from, there's only 3 that are not concentration.
This is like Bardic Inspiration, kinda, sorta. When you or another creature you see within 30 feet of you make an ability check or saving throw, you can use your reaction to add your intelligence modifier to the roll. And I can do this 5 times. Give somebody a +5. Pretty
Cool.
good.
Buff boys.
We can turn 2s into like, I don't know, 12s or something.
What level spell, Alex?
I've got 4th level spells, but I've only got 3 that I can choose from that aren't concentration.
Do you have Charm Monster?
Yeah, that's not concentration. I could do that one.
Let's see, freedom of movement's pretty good if y'all are in like a situation.
Greater invisibility is pretty great, but it's just I have so many concentration.
Right.
I need to look at one of my lower levels and switch them out for something different. Because like heat metal, I almost never use. It was just kind of nice to have it. Fairy fire, I need to get rid of because that was one I won't use. You've already got fairy fire, right, Pog?
Mm-hmm.
Boogie. Okay, cool.
Polymorph is pretty good. CR7 lets you be a giant ape. It's 157 HP. And some pretty big damage. It's pretty good. You're gonna be a giant ape, a mammoth, a triceratops, a giant shark, fucking a whale. You can be a whale. I don't see anything flying.
I would say sending, but I can't talk. Sending would be a really cool spell if I could talk. All the speak with dead or speak with plants, can't do it.
You know, greater invisibility is probably the strongest spell on that list.
It's concentration, but
that and polymorph. Yeah, polymorph is pretty strong.
Yeah, I think I'll probably take polymorph.
Because at our level, you could turn somebody into a giant ape, which is pretty friggin' good.
Yeah, that's true.
HP.
Or I could turn something else to a goldfish. Turn them to a goldfish and just be done with them.
Or
Catnap would be nice if I could change my spells, besides the one time I level up.
If we ever need to swim anywhere, you can turn somebody into a killer whale. Or a giant shark.
Yeah.
Or crocodile.
Or a giant owl. People could just fly us around.
That too. That.
I think you can only hold like 2 people as a giant owl, though. You know.
That, or when you turn level 8, you could turn somebody into a huge giant crab. But yeah, this giant ape actually hurts. It's got +9 to hit, and it's 3d10 +6 a hit, and it makes 2 attacks per turn. Or it can just throw a giant rock. It's pretty good. Jesus Christ, this throw rock thing does 76 +6. And it's got a range of like 50 to 100 feet. I'm thinking if I should get the ASI or for like a feat next level and then multi-class into some sort of wizard.
Oh shit! I forgot you get Dimension Door too. That's also a really good spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4th level's a pretty good bard level. Or spells wise.
I only get one spell I can choose from though.